Hey everyone, so this is part 3 of this, we're calling it the digital frame jersey framing project. And if you haven't watched part 1 and 2, highly recommended for this one. But this is part 3, so we're so close to getting it done. I wanted to do just one more video before the unveil, just to kind of highlight a couple of things and show you guys where we are. So first of all, we now have picked out the matting color combination that we're going to go with. So for this one here, we're going to go with we're going to mount it on a silver matting. You have seen us use silver as a backing quite a bit. So that's going to be that. That's going to allow us to bring out the turquoise colors and the patches and so forth. And then the top matting, it's going to be this beautiful turquoise suede matting with the white accent all the way around. And this is a beautiful suede, like I said, and I think it's going to go really well if I kind of, pass it around the jersey. As you can see, it just looks incredible, and I think it's going to, bring out the colors and the patches, the orange, and so forth. So that's one of the things that we have pretty much ready. The other thing that we have is we have made some customization to the matting, but I think it's good to go. This is still the final, hopefully the final scrap mat that is good to go. After my customer watched the part 2, he suggested that I move the patch, the Marlins patch, up there to the top left, so there would be, the 2 Marlins at the top. And then the one that used to be up there, I'm going to bring it down, as you can see right there. And so they're going to coincide really nicely. So as you can see, I do a lot of writing on a scrap mat so that I can go back and make the changes. And so I'm, taking some notes right there. The other thing that I want to show you that we have finished is the little stand that I was telling you that I was building. This is going to be attached to the bottom of the frame. This is where that huge 13-inch digital frame is going to sit in. So as you can see, it's ready to go. And so I'm going to, secure that and screw that from the bottom of the frame so that the digital frame sits in perfectly. And as you can see, I did a lot of work on this one just to make sure that it would sit in very tightly. And so you can see right there that it's going to not obscure the bottom of the edge right there, but it's going to look really, really good. And then from behind, this is where we're going to take this cable and we're going to stick that out to the outside of the frame, so that we can, the customer can plug it in as soon as he gets it, when he receives it. So that's going to be that. Wanted to show you this huge mat board. This is that beautiful turquoise suede that we're going to use. This is how it comes to us. It's an oversized 40 by 60. The standard size for most of the frames that we do is 32 inches wide by 40 inches height. But this one is a lot, a little bigger than that. So we're having to go with oversized everything. And so this is the one that's going to go into our mat cutter, and we're going to cut all the openings and everything else. So I wanted to show you that. You may recall the frame that I mentioned that we were going to use. This is a 4-inch deep frame, and we need all the height we can get because of the device and the stand and so forth. And I want to show you the frames are ready. We went and cut the molding. We joined the frame. It's good to go. And I like to keep it kind of wrapped as it is in the store before I actually use it. But I did unwrap just a little bit of the top of one, but the other one that you can see, it's right behind it. And again, it's ready to go as well. Then the last piece is the museum glass. You can see right there, we get these sheets in different sizes. They come in 32 by 40 for most of the frames that we do, but in this case, this one is a little bigger. So there is another size that follows that, which is 36 by 48, and this should be more than enough for us to work with. So again, I have all the pieces. This is it. I've done a lot of testing. You know, I drilled some holes into a piece of cardboard just to make sure that I don't miss it in the actual pieces that I'm going to use. And so again, the next thing is going to be to cut the matting using our mat cutter, and then assemble everything, mount the jerseys securely, mount the stand securely, and just put it all together. So it's been definitely a fun process, and we're very, very close to having it done. And now, you know, I wanted to show you this last video before actually doing the cutting and so forth. And if I get a chance, I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of the machine that we have cutting the mats, because it's a fun process. Again, if you've never seen it, this is, you know, right as soon as you come into our shop. If you guys are local in San Diego, you want to come and check it out, we'd love to give you a little demo. But anyway, so let me go ahead and move over to the mat cutter, and I'll show you the machine in action. Okay, so here we are cutting the beautiful turquoise suede matting with the machine. And every time we do this, we get a little nervous because this is the real mat that we use, and it's very expensive, and we don't want to waste any of these. So that's why we go through so many iterations, the matting, the scrap mat. So when we get to this point, you know, we should be good. So you can kind of see the patches are being cut out right here, and then that's where the photos are going to go. And now it's moving up there to the top, and I actually have a way of controlling the order in which the cuts are made, and I always choose as wisely as I can because I don't want the matting to get weakened by the cut. And so I usually start with the opposite side, the one that's farther from the press. So that's the other patch that's going to be down here at the bottom left. That's actually going to go around. This is when things can get a little tricky. If one of those openings falls and the blade kind of picks it up, and we're in trouble, but keeping a close eye on it. So far, so good. So it's going to come down to the final cuts over on the right. That's a final cut that it's going to make. And if things went well, you know, this is one of my favorite parts. If I just kind of shake the matting, the openings should start, you know, kind of falling off, as you can see. So the cut was perfect. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to mount it to the bottom mat and just kind of start putting the whole thing together. But that'll be the next part. I wanted to end this part with showing just how nice. The cuts are made using our machine, which cuts all the matting.